Hi everyone, my name is Paquette and I'm the Assistant Director of Athletic Communications at Middlebury College. And today I'm going to take you through a short tutorial on how to use Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is an amazing platform where you can do a lot of different things that you're used to doing. You can put together graphics, slideshows, branded content, video, Facebook posts, as well as web pages, which you probably have seen with feature stories. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is when you log in, setting up your brand, which is over here on the left-hand side. You want to make sure that your brand is set up because everything that you do will then be branded with your school colors, logos, and fonts. So as you can see, I already have the Middlebury Athletics brand set up here. If you don't have a brand already, you can create a brand here. When you open up the brand suggestions, you're able to upload as many logos as you want. You can put in your color palette, upload fonts that you use, and then you can see right here how they will display on things. When you scroll down, there's a theme section. This is if you're going to be doing feature stories. The program will already default light, medium, and dark themes for both pages and videos. But one of the cool things that I like to do is I like to set up different themes for different things that I'm doing. So when we do feature stories, we have a theme specific to that, which is called Feature right here. When we celebrated the conference's 50th anniversary this summer, we set up a different theme for that. So this is just an extra special feature that you can utilize. You don't have to. You can always default to light, medium, or dark. When you do add a new theme, it'll take you through how to create it. So if you're not familiar with Spark and how to build one of these feature story pages, it basically just lays out a feature story in a really nice, visually appealing way. So you have your story title at the top, and then it kind of goes through the sections to give you your suggestions and ideas of how you might brand these. So over on the right-hand side is how you would edit your theme. And for example, if you clicked on heading 1, you can make it with these lines underneath. You can do these cool little dots, have it centered, or this. So there's lots of different customizations for all the different themes involved. And you can just scroll through here and click on all the different features that it offers, customize them, and then you can save your theme up here with a name. And that way, anytime you want to use your theme, you just select it when you create your page. So now we're going to go into the actual story feature. I'm going to show you how to set up a story. So on the home button, you'll have these quick access buttons to create the posts that you want. Presentation is going to be your web page post, and that's what you'll use to create a feature story. When you click on that, the first section that pops up is the title section. So you're going to want to enter your title and probably upload a background photo to it. It then takes you through the sections and all the different components that you can add. So right here, you can add a simple photo, you can add a text block, a button, a video, a photo grid, a glide show, and a split layout. A glide show is pretty popular, and I'll show you what that looks like on one of our stories in a second. I'll give you an example here of a web page that we recently did. When you go into this page, you'll see that the title's already there with the background photo. As you start to scroll, you'll see that we have a text block up here. We have a photo block followed by another text block. The glide show feature that I was talking about earlier is underneath, and it kind of glides through. You can have text box on top of it with photos, which creates this really cool dynamic. As I scroll through, you'll see that we did this for each decade. So we had a separate glide show for each decade. When you're editing text at the bottom here, you can see that there's a lot of different options. You have heading 1, which is the biggest heading 2, which is the smaller. You have a quote text option. You have bullets and numbers. You have bold italics. You also can hyperlink. So right here, I have hyperlinked our history page for men's track and field. And then you can also select whether you want your text to be left aligned, centered, or right aligned. So these are just a few quick features in the story setup of Adobe Spark. Up at the top here, you can preview what it looks like, which will take you into the branded page. So your logo will always show up at the front while the page loads. You can scroll through and make sure it looks exactly how you want. Again, you'll see the logo in the top left. When you scroll all the way down at the bottom, you'll also see your logo branded, and then it says who created it. Once you're finished, you can share your post by publishing it. When you click on publish, a box will show up. The first box for publish that shows up will ask you what the title of the feature is, and then it will populate this link. Once you have the link, you can copy it. If you want to embed your story into a website, you can use the embed link. You can also share it directly from here to Facebook, Twitter, and a variety of other platforms. Another neat feature of Adobe Spark is that you can add collaborators to a project. So if I was working on this project and maybe somebody else was going to be putting in the photos, I could add their email to this, and then they would have access to this as well, and they could edit it. One of the things that you want to be careful of with adding collaborators is that if they don't have the same themes and brands set up as you, then when they go in to edit it, it will default back to the program's default settings. So that's just something that you want to be aware of. When you open it back up, you'll have to go over on the right-hand side and you'll have to click themes and then reselect your theme. It's not that big of a deal, but just something to be aware of. So next we'll go back to the homepage and we'll take a look at graphics. If you've used any sort of automated graphic software such as Canva, Boxout Sports, Score Shots, or anything like that, this is very similar to that. So right now I'll just click on the Instagram post, but it also has everything branded for Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. So when you click on a post, it'll open up this editing software. Over on the left-hand side, you can search for different templates. And so right now I'll just type for sports and kind of see what comes up here. So there's a bunch of different ones that come up. And again, you can customize all of them. So right now I'm going to click on this quote graphic. Maybe you had a big win and you want to have an athlete with a quote on your Instagram account. So we'll create this template. So everything that you need for customization within the graphic platform is over on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. On the left, you have the templates, the text, the photos that you want, different icons and assets, backgrounds, your personalized logos, and then libraries. On the right-hand side are the more specific customizations such as color, animation, resizing, and designing. So all of these different features just allow you to create something that's super customizable. When you click on each asset within the graphic, you're able to edit it. So right now I just clicked on the photo and the right-hand side asked me if I want to replace it. So if I went to replace this photo, either you can replace it from photos over here, or you can directly upload them from your computer. If you click on the background, it'll show you what the color is. You click on that, all of your branded colors will come up at the top. So I can easily just change that to blue as one of our colors. And that's works out perfectly. Again, I'm going to click on this little icon right here and I'm going to make this gray. And now it looks a lot more branded like Middlebury. So say you want to put a logo on there. Again, you would just click on logo and then you click on the logo you want to put on there and it automatically defaults it to the right-hand corner. Once you're done with your graphic, you can go over here. You can either download it on the top right or you can share it. So again, that works very similar to the web page design as well. So we went through that really quickly. There's a lot to learn in Adobe Spark, but just wanted to go over the basics. It's definitely a platform where you can explore. There's thousands of different templates, almost 50,000 different graphic templates, and lots of different ideas that you can get from other schools that have heavily used this for feature stories. The last thing we'll close on is once you have stories created or graphics, all of your recent projects will show up at the top here, so you can easily navigate through them to edit. If you want to look at all of your projects on the top left, you can click on projects and it will list all of the ones that you own. As you can see, we use this quite a bit here. So we have lots of projects within my own projects list. And then you can also click on shared with you. So say somebody added you as a collaborator, that's where that would show up. So that's all I have for the basic overview of Adobe Spark. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, paquette@middlebury.edu. Shoot me a text, tweet at me. We'd love to see what people are making on Adobe Spark. Thanks, everyone.